All right, so I'm here with Renee. Renee, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good? Pretty good. Tell me about yourself. How old are you?
I'm 28 years old.
28?
Yeah.
And where are you from originally?
I'm originally from Virginia, Winchester, Virginia.
And your current situation is homeless?
I'm currently living in a bando, so I guess you could say so.
Gotcha. What was life like for you coming up?
Honestly, I've always battled with addiction. First time I tried heroin was like 13. So I've been coming up here to Baltimore since I was 15. Before I relapsed, I was 5 years clean, from 19 to about 23. I had relapsed on some fentanyl pills. So I was kind of coming up here getting packs of dope, going back there, they're $3 here, $15 there. My car was actually stolen from me while I was here, and I'm not going back home without wheels. So I just kind of made it make sense.
Yeah. What led you to doing or trying heroin at 13?
It was just influence. My best friend, her sister was 17 at the time, and she was moving heroin from here to Virginia. And, I was already doing pills. I was doing roxicodone, oxys, opanas. So, heroin was just something I wanted to try. It's kind of odd because the first time I tried it, I puked, consistently for 2 hours. And you think somebody would want to do that again, but I'm hard-headed.
And I'm assuming that's just been an ongoing habit, except the times you had clean?
Yeah, I went through a hard childhood, trauma, whatever. But it kind of numbed the situation that, I deal with. So I've always battled it. I got knocked up at 19.
When you say hard situation, what do you mean?
It's just, our biggest battlefield is probably in our head. Our biggest enemy is ourselves. So, I've always been really mean to myself, I think, and it's just that stuff really numbed it. I could just exist.
Were your parents in the picture?
My mother's kind of been in and out. My stepfather was extremely abusive, alcoholic, 6'6" Cherokee. I've lived with my father probably from 8 years old to, 3 years ago. I had actually gone out on my own when I got pregnant. I was pregnant at 19, finally got out on my own at 21, and, everything kind of took a crash and fall at 23. COVID was kind of the beginning of my fucking nightmare.
Meaning how?
Well, I got an inheritance of $150,000, and at the time, my baby father, we had battled, each other. He's abusive. He, drank, did coke. So I didn't do well with that money. I kind of am punishing myself for that right now. The only thing I wanted to be was a good mom, and I feel like I failed at that. So I blew through the money. His parents ended up getting custody of my son, and I just gave up. I was just fucking tired. So I did some pills, and I didn't know they were laced with fentanyl. 4 days is all it took. Now my body is addicted to it.
Where's your child at now, boy, girl?
He's my son. His name's Carter. He's in Virginia with my son's father's parents.
Where's your son's father at?
He's around. He's there, As far as I know, he's doing all right now. It's just, I didn't have the support system that he had, basically. So the system is kind of built against us. I feel it failed. I feel like it failed me, I was a very good mom. I took care of my house. I definitely busted my ass at work. So it's just money. I didn't have enough of it, and I blew through that. So I just didn't make good decisions.
Sure. How hard is it out here for a woman?
To be honest, it's fucking hard. We're not allowed to sling drugs, without getting robbed. When I was first out here, I didn't start tricking until probably about 10 months ago. So my dad was actually supporting my habit for a while until he cut me off, which needed to happen. So eventually that's what I resulted to. It's easy. 10 minutes in a car, you get $40. Go cop, do your thing, back again.
Has anything crazy happened to you doing dates?
Oh yeah,
What's the worst thing?
I've been raped. I've been, hit because I wasn't, giving him head right. The worst thing I can probably say was a couple months ago. I don't normally get in the car with young guys, no offense, but they're bullshit. And I got in the car, it was like 5 a.m. in the morning, and he just happened to pull up on me as I'm crossing the road. And I was like, fuck it. So I got in the car, and when we parked, I asked him for the money, money up front, money before service. And he wouldn't show it to me, at least. I normally say put it in the middle, because they have bad experiences. Not all of us are good workers. Some of them take advantage of the situation. He wouldn't show it to me, so as I started to grab the handle of the door, he grabbed me by my hair and put a knife to my neck. And, rest is explanatory. I kind of thought after, he finished that he was going to slice my throat, but luckily he didn't. So I was able to at least walk away from that.
After something like that happens, what's your thoughts when getting in the next car?
I could say that probably that day, I didn't for a while, probably until the nighttime. It just kind of was, you don't know, when you get in that car, you don't know if you're going to make it out. You just kind of hope that your intuition is right. It's one thing that I always tell the girls: follow your intuition. If they look 40 and under, don't try it. And always money before service. If a man is coming out to do this, he's gonna have his money, he's gonna know what he's doing, he's gonna wanna get it over with. Don't play no games. If you feel any way that they are, just get out.
Is there a typical, I guess, type of man that comes and sees you, married, older?
I would say that some of them are married. We don't normally talk about it. Some are open about it. I've had a few regulars where they're older men and they just have, their wives are either, ill or they passed away. They're not proud of it, but everybody has their vice. Normally it'd be guys that are getting off work, or coming out to work. The wife didn't give them anything, stress at the house. It's just easier to kind of pay, get it done, get it over with, get the stress out, and they can go forward with their life.
Gotcha. When you were using drugs at 13, 14, 15, how did you support your habit at that age?
My father's always spoiled me, it was kind of materialistic things, and money bought my love. He's a truck driver as well, so he was out on the road a lot. So I was home alone a lot. So, he'd leave me allowance, shit like that, and, off I would go. I'm not gonna lie, there was a lot of times that I did steal jewelry from my family, or even from stores. They call it boosting up here. Sometimes just anything.
Did you ever think that it would escalate? I'm assuming you never thought it would lead to all this.
Oh, hell no. To be quite honest, I never thought I'd make it past 18. I've lost a lot of people, a lot of friends. I never thought my life would be here at 28 years old, that's for fucking sure.
Yeah. You ever been in love before?
Oh, yeah. I was in love with my son's father. We had been together since we were 15. I've never loved anybody as much as I love that man. I can say that. But it was toxic. I mean, it really was. Not everybody gets to experience that, though, so I consider myself, lucky that it was good while it lasted, and I got an absolutely beautiful child out of it.
What's your biggest regret in life?
I'd probably say not being strong-minded enough and being strong enough for my child. At the end of the day, I know that at the end of the day, he misses me. Not a lot of people think it's a big deal, but for me, I went through a lot as a child, and all I wanted was my parents. So I consider that, a big failure of mine.
What do you think it would take? Obviously rehab and getting clean, but I mean, what do you think it would?
I mean,
What do you
my
think it would
rights
take
have
to
been
get back in his
terminated,
life?
to be honest. So in my mind, I kind of feel like that it's just not worth it. It takes a lot of money out here to be able to get yourself, through that. A lot of people don't know, but it's, if you ain't got money, the system is just fucked. That's all they want, money.
Yeah, it's tough. Have you thought about maybe going into some kind of rehab just to get
Oh yeah, I think about it every day. You know, I do. I think about it every day.
What do you feel like is stopping you?
My self-worth, straight up, just, and the pain of the withdrawal. I'm scared. It hurts. Like, it hurts. I would rather give birth 10 times in one day than to feel withdrawal. And I mean that.
Yeah. You ever overdosed?
I've overdosed 6 times. 2 times I died. The last time, I don't know if anybody's heard of it, but it's called purgatory. It's like a black conscious. That was pretty scary. I don't know, you think it would scare you straight, but obviously didn't.
Where do you see yourself in 5 or 10 years?
What I want is to have my life back, working again, being a mom, have my own house again. But a big part of me feels like that I probably will be in a body bag.
Do you think that there's steps you can take now to avoid being in a body bag?
Yeah, if I allow it.
You should.
Well,
You should. You know, one of your biggest wants is to be there for your son. He doesn't want to see you in a body bag. Would you be open to help? Or you're not ready?
I'm not ready.
For the people, before we wrap it up, for the people, especially young women like yourself, that may want to see this and be kind of going down the same road you went down, what would your advice to them be?
Turn the fuck around. You know, get help and turn the fuck around. It's miserable. I'm miserable. You deserve so much better than what we allow ourselves. And just turn around and get help.
Renee, I appreciate you sharing your story.
Thank you.